Well, my friends, it seems President Trump has decided to build a wall after all. A tariff wall, that is. Starting today, he's slapping a whopping 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico and 10% on China. Because apparently, the best way to solve immigration and drug trafficking is by making guacamole a luxury item. Trump claims these tariffs will magically solve border issues overnight, as if trade policy is suddenly a substitute for actual border control. I can almost hear the smugglers meow. Oh no, avocados cost more. Guess we'll have to find a new line of work. But wait, there's more economic brilliance. Experts predict the average American family could see their annual expenses rise by $2,600. That's a lot of maple syrup and sombreros, my friends. It's like Trump's trying to make America great again, on the nerves of our closest trading partners. And let's not forget the potential GDP losses. Canada could see a 3.6% decline, while Mexico might face a 2% drop. It's an economic catastrophe that's leaving many wondering if Trump's barking up the wrong tree. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt insists these are promises made, promises kept, because nothing says keeping promises like turning your allies into economic piñatas. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau fired back, saying, Mr. Trump seems to think Canada is America's piggy bank. Well, this little piggy isn't going to market without a fight. Meanwhile, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum vowed to defend her country's interests, presumably by making spring break in Cancun even more expensive for American college students. Remember NAFTA, that quaint little agreement that was supposed to make North American trade all sunshine and rainbows? Well, Trump's treating it like a game of Jenga, pulling out pieces and hoping the whole thing doesn't come crashing down. The USMCA was meant to be the shiny new model, but it seems Trump's decided to trade in that sleek sports car for a clunky tariff mobile. The auto industry is bracing for impact. With parts crossing borders multiple times during production, these tariffs could turn assembling a car into a very expensive game of international ping pong. We're looking at potential price increases of $3,000 per vehicle. That's right, folks. Your new car might cost you an extra $3,000, but hey, at least you'll have the satisfaction of knowing you're driving a vehicle that's been thoroughly taxed for freedom. And it's not just cars feeling the squeeze. The lumber industry is set for a wild ride, with 1/3 of US lumber coming from Canada. Analysts are predicting a significant supply shock, which could make building a house about as affordable as constructing a castle on the moon. But don't worry, I'm sure we can all just live in cardboard boxes. I hear they're quite cozy this time of year. Trump's treating the economy like his personal sandbox, building trade walls, and hoping they'll keep out economic realities along with those pesky immigrants. Next up, a moat filled with overpriced Canadian maple syrup. Because nothing says national security like sticky borders, right? And let's not forget China. That 10% tariff is sure to show them who's boss. I'm sure Beijing is trembling in their counterfeit Gucci boots, right meow. Maybe we can finally afford those cheap electronics we've been eyeing. Oh wait, no, they'll actually cost more. But hey, at least we'll have the satisfaction of knowing we're sticking it to ourselves. The market's reacting about as well as a cat in a bathtub, with the S&P 500 taking a nosedive faster than a skydiver without a parachute. It's almost as if investors don't appreciate economic uncertainty. Who knew? If you're feeling a bit lost in all this economic wizardry, you're not alone. Even the most seasoned economists are scratching their heads, wondering if they missed the day in school where tariffs were taught as a cure-all for national security. But fear not, my friends. Just remember, every time you pay more for your morning Tim Hortons coffee or your new iPhone, you're contributing to America's greatness, or something like that. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Ron, surely there must be some method to this madness. Well, if by method you mean throwing darts at a map and deciding to tariff whatever country they land on, then yes, there's definitely a method. Trump's treating international trade like a reality TV show, where the drama is high, the logic is low, and everyone's waiting for the next commercial break to catch their breath. And let's not forget the potential for retaliation. Canada and Mexico are gearing up to hit back harder than a hockey player in a bench-clearing brawl. We might be looking at a full-blown trade war, folks. Get ready for the battle of the border, where the weapons are overpriced goods and the casualties are our wallets. But wait, there's more. These tariffs aren't just about economics. They're about solving all of America's problems in one fell swoop. Illegal immigration, Solved. Drug trafficking? Gone. Next up, we'll cure the common cold with a tax on snowbirds and solve world hunger with a levy on tacos. It's genius, I tell you. And let's not forget the long-term consequences. These tariffs could unravel decades of North American economic integration faster than a kitten with a ball of yarn. Supply chains that have been carefully crafted over years could be disrupted, leaving businesses scrambling like mice in a maze. But why stop at North America? The recent G20 discussions have shown that protectionist sentiments are on the rise worldwide. Maybe we'll see a global tariff off, where countries compete to see who can tax imports the most. It'll be like the Olympics, but instead of gold medals, the winners get stagnant economies and angry citizens. Speaking of angry citizens, let's talk about the potential domestic political fallout. Trump's base might be cheering now, but wait until they see the price tags on their favourite imports. And his opponents? They're probably salivating at the chance to paint him as the Grinch who stole affordable consumer goods. What's next in Trump's tariff toolkit? A tax on Canadian politeness? A levy on Mexican siestas? Perhaps a duty on Chinese fortune cookies? After all, we can't have foreign entities predicting our future, can we? If you're feeling as confused as a cat in a dog show about these tariffs, don't forget to scratch that like button and pounce on the subscribe button. We might need those ad revenues once these tariffs kick in. After all, someone's got to pay for all this winning, and it might as well be you, dear viewer. So, my friends, buckle up and hold on to your wallets. We're in for a wild ride on the Trump trade train, where the rules are made up and the points don't matter. And remember, if you're feeling overwhelmed by all this economic excitement, just take a deep breath and remind yourself, at least we're not playing chess. Because let's face it, that game is as mysterious to me as these tariffs are to, well, everyone. Until next time, this is Ron de Parmesan, reminding you that in the game of international trade, we're all pawns. In a game I definitely don't understand. Stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay solvent, my friends. Meow, that's all for now.